quarter. Also getting things going with a bank three-pointer to begin with. And then Uganda stepping it up with this man. Of course, that was his first play, a Euro step finish against Anas Mahmoud. And you kind of feel that if Uganda keeps playing great defense and getting out of transition, if they can do it for 3 more quarters, who knows, Coach? Who knows?
Well, I mean, I think they've come out here with a good game plan. I think the switching has given Egypt a lot of problems, and especially towards the last couple of minutes of the first quarter. Now they're finding transition opportunities. I think for them that's going to be important. A little bit of a struggle for them in the half-court offense.
Well, they've tried to find Arabi inside the paint, and that was the block by Gardner. One thing I've also been very impressed with is the rotation help side defense from Uganda. Here's a transition play with Ruget finding Dengu, who is their leading scorer. Here's a jump hook. Elevate high over Arabi. Coach.
That's a really tough finish. He's been so good in this tournament.
Well, we'll take a look at the highlights here from the second quarter. We began with the veteran, Robinson upon, but Gendy coming into the game. That was Gardner's first 3, and yeah, they feel they get more good looks from him in the game. You know, they probably can get grasp of this game.
I think there are a couple of times there you see a Pong on the short closeout. You got to understand what Gardner does. Make him put it on the deck, especially if it can be to his right hand.
Well, there's Gendy, the powerful left. There's the three-point, the big offensive rebound. Mike Khalif just showing the physicality and doing what he does best. But thank you this time, finding Muweze. Here's Luboa going right at the defense. In and around the trees and finishing under intense pressure. Well, Shusha's come off the bench, played some good minutes so far, but you know, Egypt, they've been great in the first 2 games, Coach, but now they are being tested indeed.
Well, that's it. You know, it's hard in these moments. You don't necessarily need to win the game. You've already secured that top spot.
1 in only 3 of the game. They are 1 out of 15, actually. That was a backdoor play. Wamala getting the dime from Dengu, but Nidu that time in and around the trees, finishing inside the paint. And the Egyptian fans, Coach, well, it's been a long time since they won that 5th FIBA AFROBASKET championship. There's too many contenders.
Well, you know, certainly Egypt's got to consider themselves one of the favorites after winning this tough group, assuming they, well, regardless of whether they win today. So a lot of positives early on here for this Egyptian national team.
Well, it was that play in which, I'm not blaming it on any one player, but it was the part where Uganda felt they were going to get called for a backcourt violation, which there wasn't called. Wamala came up with it and inadvertently threw it away, and Egypt at that point took a 1-point lead. And since then, well, Coach, they've had total control of this game.
Well, you know, Uganda has done a great job of staying close throughout the last 3 minutes of that.
Well, here's the play in transition by Tijan Ruget. This is what we talk about. And this is how great it is that now you have the World Cup every 4 years. You also have any continental competition in between that every 4 years. In between those time, or at those big events, you see veteran players, elite talent, and young players getting the chance to showcase on the big stage.
Well, it's invaluable experience for him. And I can remember Omar Abada as a young point guard making his debut for Tunisia, and you see him now, the veteran leader of that team.
Well, Gendy coming in. It's a big moment. There was the big play by Luboa. Credit to Uganda. They got it down to 6 points. It was Dengu with a reverse layup. And you just start to wonder, Coach. I mean, of course, Modi got injured. But maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 extra players. Possibly we could have seen Uganda push to, you know, maybe compete to get to the quarterfinals. I mean, they play some good basketball.
Well, credit Coach Gallinopoulos and his staff. They stayed competitive in all these games, so never giving up, trying to find ways to keep it close. And